Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's Talk About It Tuesday today, where you get to ask me questions about the business and all of the things. Okay. What button am I pushing? Oh my goodness, I've had two super late nights. Super late. I put that in quotes because most people, it's like, oh, those are kind of normal times for me, but I've been getting to bed super late lately. So, which means I've had to cancel my 4:30, 5 o'clock a.m. workouts the last two mornings because I have been told that, share this in the group. Hang on. Bling Boutique. There we go. I've been told that I have to weigh out good sleep versus a good workout. So I kind of tell myself, like, okay, if I'm on bed after a certain hour, that means my body needs more sleep than it does an exercise. So which is true. But yeah, so I'm missing. I haven't been getting to the gym the last two mornings because it's been super late nights the last two nights. Um, and yesterday I had an in-person event, which was so fun. So fun. We had a mini costume contest that was completely optional. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I didn't take any pictures. I didn't take any pictures. I'm not sure if anybody at the event actually took any pictures. So, do we have proof that we had an event? We don't. Although a lot of my people have so many amazing prizes and things. That's their proof. But yeah, we had a super fun event, and I didn't even document it because we were just so busy having fun. So hey, Miss Jennifer. Okay. So you guys know the rules. Talk to me in the comments. Let me know that you're with me today. And all of the things. We're gonna get to the questions of the day on Talk About It Tuesday. Let me see if I can get over to that group here that you posted the questions. Okay. But before I get to those, I have to tell you, at my live event yesterday, I stopped by my mailbox on my way out, and I had two Dazzle Drop boxes. So I quickly grabbed them, and it took all of me to not open these Dazzle Drop boxes until the event because I was like, I want to open these live in front of these people. And so that's what we did. We opened two Dazzle Drop boxes yesterday at my live event, and it was a lot of fun. And I got to show you what I got. This is why I don't have a necklace on, because I'm like, ooh, there's one that I want to wear like now. So you guys, and here's the skinny. Okay. Dazzle Drop. Remember, this was the item that I got in my first box that I opened up live. These gorgeous hoops. Okay, these were the first item from the first Dazzle Drop box I got. And, oh my gosh, they're stunners. But I will tell you this. It ends tomorrow. The Dazzle Drop boxes are only through tomorrow, my friends. So, yes, you got to jump on these. Okay, I got to say hello to some people. All right, let me back up. Jennifer's on. I said hello to her. Miss Linda H, you are on. Janine. Miss Linda B, hello. All right. I love it. So if you're watching me right now and you have not said hello, rude. Say hello in the comments. Let me know you're watching. Okay. Two new items that are Dazzle Drop items. So these are all limited edition and exclusive to our Dazzle Drop boxes, which tomorrow's the last day or while supplies last. Who knows? They might sell out by tonight. I have no idea. How you get a Dazzle Drop box is simply put something in your cart. Okay. You're going to want to put two things in your cart for one. All right. Put an item in your cart. It could be impression earrings. It could be a hazy bracelet. It could be a Rika bracelet. Okay. It could be a Summit bracelet, whatever. Put something in your cart. Okay. Now go put another item in your cart valued up to $70. That's going to be slashed out to free. Okay. I hate to tell you that. you are going to get a $70 item for free. So simply add one thing to your cart. The next thing that is added to your cart, it is free, up to $70. So go grab a Collins necklace, and you're gonna get it for free, zero. Or the smart speaker necklace. I hate to say that word because she's listening all the time. Okay. Or say you want one Rika bracelet and you need a second because you need a total of 3. Maybe you already have 3 Rika bracelets at home. Do you? You need 3, you guys. 3 is the great number to have. Maybe you already have one, but you need a second. So guess what? It's buy one, get one free, right? Buy one, get one free. So once you add your $70 item or something up to 70 for free, go view your cart. You're going to see one item for full price, one item for free. At the top, you will see a place to add on your Dazzle Draw box. Okay? At the top, there's a place to add on your Dazzle Drop box. Okay? Add to cart, and then you'll see everything there. You will see your free item or your regular price item, maybe your Rika bracelet, right? One of them. And you're going to see your second Rika bracelet slashed to 0. And then you're going to see your Dazzle Drop box in there. So here's 2 items that I got in my last Dazzle Drop box. Adorable high polished bow necklace with crystals right there. Oh, she's so cute and gorgeous. So that was one Dazzle Drop box item. And then this one is the one I'm going to put on. I am going to put on, like, this one took my breath away when I saw it. Okay? This one took my breath away. I have some comments here. Hello, Tanya. And Miss Jennifer B is in the YouTube comments. Hello, I'm wearing a sparkle box. You should be. This one was my other Dazzle Drop item. I mean, I talk about earrings that are 10 table earrings. Like, you'll be able to see them 10 tables away, right? That's what I love about 10 table earrings. But this necklace, do you see the size of that beautiful crystal? Oh, it is all one crystal and it is gorgeous. Like, it is, I have to show you the back of it. The back of it is like a rounded, oh my, I am putting this on. This is the look of real, right? The look of real and stunning, an absolute stunner. So she's going on my neck. Okay, we should name her. What should we name her? This is gorgeous. Oh, the white tag. Come on now, cooperate with me live. You guys, all right. I love it when people in the Bling Boutique post what they've gotten in their Dazzle Drop box. I think it's a fantastic idea. We should have started a thread of that. Okay, there we go. White tag is cooperating finally. Maybe, maybe not. Yes. Okay. Here you go. Here's another up close. Oh my. Right? Somebody, I took it out of my Dazzle Drop box last night and I was like, whoa. And somebody came from the back of the room and walked right up to me and she's like, I need to see that. Like, oh, yes. So I have on my rodeo earrings today because I wanted a fun pop color. And I also thought those crystals on my rodeo would be a great accent to this gorgeous necklace, right? Should have worn, well, I don't know. If I wore a different shirt, oh, see, that's like a 10 table necklace, but it's on the dainty side, right? Oh, I wonder, do I have? Nope, I don't have it right here. Do I? Yes, I do. I do. She needs another one. She needs another necklace, okay? We're going to add the chain from the Esme necklace. And I haven't even gotten to my questions yet for Talk About It Tuesday. You guys, all right. She needs a necklace, like an extra chain There we go. Do you see? Do you see? Now, I feel like just adding that little Esme chain along with that pendant just made this pop even more, right? Oh, oh, I love it. I love it. I look complete now, right? I got my turquoise and little crystals. I got my hazy next to my watch because I don't want my watch to be lonely. Got my 10 table earrings and now a 10 table necklace. Yes, I know. I love the size of it. It is so bright, Janine. Linda, I agree. It's gorgeous. Okay. All right, friends. Let's get to these questions on Talk About It Tuesday. All right. What's the first question? Where did the name, this is from Amy. She wants to know where the name of Park Lane came from. Does it reference a special location or how did it come about as the company's name? You know, I'm not 100% sure, but if you know the story of Park Lane, so Arthur and Shirley started the company. Shirley was 17 years old. Now they were married. Okay. They were married 70 years ago. They were married. She was 17 years old and Arthur, I don't know if he was 19 or however, but those two had a little, they went out and they had people go out into the world and say, come back to us with what you think is the best product to sell in homes. Okay. All 3 or 4 consultants that worked for them, they didn't know they were working for them. The consultants didn't know each other. That's what I'm trying to say. They all went out and they all came back with the same thing, and it was jewelry. Okay. And, they're in Chicago area. So I don't know if there's actually a street named Park Lane. I have no idea how that came about. But yeah, I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna do some research. I'm gonna figure that out. Okay. I'm gonna message the CEO and ask him. Okay. Stephanie B wants to know what's the formula for an arm stack of bracelets for casual and an evening out? How do you decide what to put together without wearing too much? And Amy says, yes, I have the same question. That's a great question. I'm a firm believer that, what is too much? I think that's a very personal question as to what is too much, honestly. Because to me, I have on like 5 bracelets right now, right? Even numbers odd numbers are the best, right? I like 5, 3 bracelets. I normally don't go more than 5, all right? Because I feel like the odd number creates a center point. Okay. I could easily swap this out and put in a impression bracelet, right? The middle Rika bracelet with an impression bracelet. And that would increase my sparkle a little bit, seeing that I just added a 10 table necklace on and earrings. And then maybe I'd be a little fancier, but I don't always think that either because I put those impression bracelets with other bracelets all the time for even a casual day out. Maybe a formula, if you're going to do something more formal, that's when you wear only one impression bracelet. Okay. And you really make that shine and you make it elegant and just a single impression bracelet or a single bracelet that is why am I blanking on some other really gorgeous ones that are just simple crystally ones, maybe just a simple one of those that would just make the outfit pop because I feel like one impression bracelet is really truly elegant and simple. So maybe that's your more formal. And then you want more casual, you add more bracelets. Does that make sense? I don't know if there's truly a moment where it's too much. I think that's all personal. Okay. That's truly personal. Now, my personal thought when besides bracelets, I try not to make my earrings and my necklace fight. Does that make sense? So, and I don't think these two fight whatsoever. But if I put on a big, bold necklace, those might fight a little bit, in my opinion. Now, other people pull it off and it looks fantastic. So I just like to let like one item shine when it talks about necklaces and necklaces and earrings. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah. Um, yes, you could wear an impression bracelet every day of the week. She's saying that on YouTube. Absolutely. Hey, Regina. Thanks for joining me live. Okay. So that was one question. And then the formula is sticking to your odd numbers for bracelets. Also, a good formula is also kind of shaking up like what kind of bracelet you have on. Having on a stretch, having on one that is a, a bangle of sorts, maybe like, do I have one over here? Like a jewel bracelet that's more of an oval shape next to your stretchy, and then maybe an impression bracelet, one with an extender. So switching up the different kinds of bracelets rather than just having all the same styles. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Cindy wants to know when the holiday collection is dropped. I don't know. I signed an NDA. That's the bottom line, you guys. So I'm going to say I don't know. Carol asks me, can you remember when they started making the quatrefoil designs? I watch a lot of videos. That's how she found me. Yay! I'm very amazed how some of the older pieces fit into today's collection. When did they start making the quatrefoil? Okay, so when was that? I think that was about 2 fall winter catalogs ago. So not this one, not the one before. That was 24. Maybe 2023 they started doing the quatrefoil designs. They started with just the simple Lana necklaces. And then yeah, what I noticed though is that what I did notice was that when we were in Paris on Park Lane's Dollar, remember I took my mama to Paris, and those that are new to me, in 2024, that was a really big year. I got to take my mom to Paris in the month of March, all on Park Lane's Dollar. And then my husband and I went to Dublin later that year, all on Park Lane's Dollar. When my mom and I were in Paris, now why didn't Craig want to go to Paris? I don't know. He didn't want to go to Paris. My mom was like, pick me. I'm like, done. Oh my gosh, it was a trip of a lifetime. Seriously, it's so amazing. But when we were in Paris, I remember walking the streets in Paris, and it's like window shopping. There's so much like high-end jewelry stores, high-end designer stores everywhere in Paris and you just want to look in the windows, right? And one jewelry shop that we walked by had all sorts of different colored quatrefoils, And I said to my mom, I bet you anything we're going to be coming out with maybe a bracelet that's a similar design to that. Because it was like, the ivy bracelet that has it's not a quatrefoil, it's technically a flower in that one. But sure enough, we started to see more of those designs as soon as we got home from Paris. And it's just insane. They always keep up on the trends. Park Lane has always got their eyes forward and watching what's happening in the fashion world and coming out with the newest trendy designs all the time. Okay, Jessica, you know what, Jessica, you are correct. She wanted to know when the next stash sale is. And she asked me that question last week. And as soon as I ended the live, I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I skipped over her question. I am so sorry, Jessica. Soon. I'll just put that soon. The next stash sale is going to be soon. And when I do those stash sales, it's only in my Bling Boutique. I keep it in my quiet, private group. Okay. But soon. Just keep your eyes peeled. Tanya wants to know how many new catalogs a year. All right, here we go. So we have 2 main big catalogs that are actually printed. Do I have one? Right here. I had one right sitting behind me too. We get 2 big catalogs a year. So one in January/February. Lately it's been January. And the January one that comes out is technically like our spring summer line, right? But we don't always call it that because we have people in Australia. Like we have a whole slew of park laners in Australia, and they're on the exact opposite of seasons, right? So we try not to call it spring, summer. But it typically has more of that kind of a feel. And then fast forward to July, that's when another one of the big collections come out that's in a printed catalog, okay? Now, items in the catalog typically, and I should take always, except for once in a great while, will always keep getting restocked until we get close to the next catalog, okay? When we start to get close to the next catalog, sometimes items that are in this catalog are not going into the next catalog, and they might soon get discontinued, so they won't restock those anymore. All right, that's getting into more details than the question was. But 2 main ones a year. Now, hold up. We also have mini capsules that drop. So far this year, in Marchish, we had like a spring mini capsule. Mini capsule contains like 12 to 13 pieces that drop at a time, right? And then fast forward to the beginning of March, or I think it dropped around May, we had like a summer mini capsule of like 13 or 14 pieces, okay? Then we had the main collection that dropped in July. And then fast forward to just recently in September, we had the Western Luxe collection drop, which is like 12 to 13 or 14 mini. It was another capsule, right? Okay. So, and then Miss Cindy just asked when the holiday capsule's launching. And so last year, the holiday capsule launched. I don't know. I don't remember when it launched. It launched sometime in October or November of last year. Okay. So those mini capsules are 13 to 14 brand new pieces. Those are all short-lived items. They're all limited edition. Once they're gone, they're gone. Right. So soon the rodeo earrings are going to be gone because they are part of that limited edition. So 2 big, 4 mini capsules throughout the year. And then, of course, as you guys know, every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it seems like something's dropping. It doesn't always happen, but like they have so much jewelry coming out all of the time. But those are the main big capsules and collections. Okay. Yolanda, your question is, how do you get new people to buy, especially when people are on budgets? Right. I'm a no pressure kind of gal. Like, I hope I never come off as that through any videos that I do, things like that. I'm here to provide value to you, right? I want to provide value to you. If that value persuades you to like browse and things like that, then go for it. But I think when Park Lane is so incredibly smart when they come up with like different incentives and things for us to use. Like right now is like the perfect time to encourage somebody to browse because they're getting an item valued up to $70 for free. So yesterday on a party, I had somebody purchase a pair of Rue earrings for like $30. She was able to add the matching necklace into her cart for free. So people that are on budgets are going to see like, oh my gosh, like I'm getting a giant value using their deals that they have going on right now. And it's so incredibly true because this woman checked out $30 plus tax and shipping, and she's getting 2 pieces. So the total value of retail value of the items she's getting is over $60 alone, and she's paying half of that, which is fantastic. So, but how do I get, I just want to encourage everybody to expand their style and see how different things pair together. And I don't ever force anybody to purchase anything whatsoever. But I think Park Lane has enough programs available for us to utilize that will show people the value of when they do want to shop with us, right? Because 365 days of the year, we have the incredible buy 2, least expensive, get up to 4 higher end items at half. Higher end items at half. All right. And then you can pick a bonus buy if you're at the point where any item of any value for $35 when you spend $90. Now, And that's somebody who's on a budget. It's going to look at the incredible savings they're getting in that cart alone, along with the $35 item. That's that's the key right there. So I think Park Lane does it for us, and they just, and especially times like this, like they're just in the giving fashion where they want to give us something, um, up to 70 for free, which is just insane, absolutely just insane. Um, you're all excited for the holiday drops. I know. Hey, Nancy. Who else is live with us? Denise. Hello, Denise. I know. So, if anybody else has any questions, I want to tell you guys one more story before I get off the live today. Because I feel like telling you the story, I'm not trying to bring the house down, but I want to show you and talk to you and tell you, because what I'm going to tell you is going to showcase exactly how this company leads with their heart on their sleeves. Okay. So, um, if anybody else has a question for me and talk about it Tuesday, pop in the comments. But I'm going to tell you a little small story because it's just going to showcase how giving and heart led our company is. So, we recently lost an incredible leader with Park Lane. And this gal, she was my age. My age. She was 45, like a month away from turning 46 years old. And this this lady, oh my goodness, she was so incredibly business smart. And she always trained during our conventions. We always learned so much from her. She was a wealth of information. She had a wonderful, huge organization and all of the things. She was always earning awards on during our convention periods and things like that. She actually was in Switzerland with, when my husband and I were in Switzerland this August with Park Lane. She was on that trip with us. She had brought one of her kids. She has 5 children total, and she's my age. So almost 46, like a month away from turning 46. I shouldn't say my age. I'm a little bit younger than she is, but she went to Switzerland with us. And then all of a sudden, like the end of September, beginning of October, was diagnosed with cancer. And it took her so incredibly fast, you guys. Like, yeah, she passed away last week. Now, I'm not telling you like to bring the house down and things like that, but I want to tell you how the Park Lane world wrapped their arms around this family when the tragedy happened, because it went so fast, so incredibly fast. I personally don't know Lindsay. Her name was Lindsay Hale. I personally didn't know her, but I learned from her. So she was kind of a mentor from me, because I learned from her at all the conventions and the trainings that she did and the panels that she led and things like that. And I'm not one of her teammates, but I know people that are her teammates, and I know the impact she had on them. When she was diagnosed, it went so incredibly fast. I know she was still training and she was still texting her teammates sitting in the hospital beds while she was getting treatments and things like that. But they couldn't get on top of her cancer fast enough, and she passed away. And the moment she did, Scott, our CEO of the company, actually made it so her family will forever be earning income off of her team that she built. Let me say that again. Scott made it so her team that she has, her organization, the Lindsay Hale organization, they're still going to be working, and her family is still going to be benefiting. Her family is still going to be getting those paychecks, that downline income, that, because as a leader, we earn infinite deep on our team, infinite deep. And so that will still be coming in. That is a huge thing and it's pretty darn well unheard of in the direct sale industry, right? What company do you know that is in the direct sale industry that will do something like that, will technically make it willable to your family? You build this giant organization, and you can, and he made it willable. So that family with 5 kids will still be getting the impact. Will still be getting the generosity. Will still be getting their, will still be getting a piece of Park Lane because of the team that she built. That is unheard of. And gosh, I'm tearing up. Like I said, I'm not trying to. I just want to show you guys how Park Lane will wrap your arms around you when you're here. And her funeral was on Monday. The family went to the funeral. The Park Lane, the CEOs and the owners went to the funeral. My executive company leader, Mary Grace, she went to the funeral because she knew Lindsay. And everybody just wrapped their family up as much as they could. In person, online, people are donating left and right to her GoFundMe to help her out. And it's just unreal. So I'm sharing that because it makes it more real to believe that this is what our company does. When tragedy happens, this is what our company does. This is what we do. They lead with their heart on the sleeve. I mean, how many times, like when floods were happening in South Carolina, we were giving to the Red Cross, like Park Lane, like, okay, what can we do? Let's do a fundraiser. So this much goes to the Red Cross. We're going to dedicate an item that's going to go to the Red Cross and things like that. That was done with like so many tragedies around the states. Like in the last couple of years, there was fires. I forget where all that was. Like, there was floods, and Park Lane steps into action. And this hit home because it was one of our own, right? So they stepped into action, meaning they wrap in their hands and their arms around this family, and they are still going to give them, that income off of their team that she has earned throughout the years, which is just, just unreal. So again, I'm not trying to bring the house down. Oh my gosh, this is a long live today, but I wanted to share that with you guys. So if I have anybody creeping in on my lives and not saying hello to me, and you're just watching and you're just taking it all in, this is real. This is a family-owned business. Family-owned. We take care of you here. We take care of you. I mean, that's just what I gotta say. We take care of you. They care. They care. When my dad passed away, sorry. Ooh. When my dad passed away in 2020, my team got to a leader on my team had all the recruits, the teammates, take pictures with letters that said, "I love you," or whatever. I have it up on my wall over there. And one of my leaders sent a message to Scott, the CEO of the company, and he sent in a picture of him and his grandchild holding up a picture, and she included it on this beautiful canvas thing. They care. They care. And so when tragedy happened to me, when my dad passed away of cancer, it was like, oh my gosh, the CEO of my company knows and they care. So, anyways, we're a loving family over here, you guys. Sorry, I'm getting teary just talking about my own story and just thinking about what Lindsay's family is going through. So say your prayers for her and her family, and her 5 beautiful babies, because they need it right now, right? All right. Whew. Okay. Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow for Wednesday. We're going to talk about our free $70 items that you can grab. All right. See ya.